Now, I've been thinking there's a lot of different reasons for why they were there, why they came off the mountain. 100 yards off from where we were sitting, there's private apple orchards there, Fall Apple. And I think they were getting them some apples. We were under this bridge, hanging out. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Now, we're sitting under there for probably a half an hour, a good while, and I start getting a really, really weird vibe. For no reason. His dog's there, everything's fine, he's acting fine. I'm like, hey Pete, you know, let's get out of here. I'm getting a weird vibe. It's getting late and stuff. So we come out. He just thinks I'm being weird. We're sitting underneath this bridge. I get a weird feeling, literally directly right over there, right on the other side of the river. That's where I'm feeling this. And so we get up, we walk around back towards his house.
Okay.
And like I was saying earlier, this used to be at least filled with apples. You can still see some of the apple trees right in here.
Yeah. The person who has this house took a bunch of them down.
So I think they were back here getting apples off of these trees. But anyway, we walked around, and where I actually saw the male was behind that big tree and that house over there. And he came booking it directly back this way, right towards the bridge where I had the initial feeling.
Back up.
My hypothesis was that there was a female sitting down here watching us, doing whatever she was doing, that there was a juvenile getting up on these apples. Yeah. And the male was somewhere further down the stream doing something else. And he would have been on that side of the stream, behind that big old tree we can see over there right in front of that house. So we got up, there's even little steps right there and a ledge you can sit under the bridge. Got up, walked on the road, took that left there. But about the time we got to almost right in front of that tree, I got that same feeling, but way worse, enough to just stop me in my tracks and make me like staring at that tree. And that's when it stepped out. Like I said, there's this house over here that had a giant floodlight, and it was pointed at our backs, but facing directly towards it. So when he took off running back this way, he was in essence running back into the light, but back into the darkness at the same time.
He was avoiding where the light was.
So this is essentially where it started. My initial feeling was right off the left side of the bridge here.
Hi, let's break William's story down a little bit, and I'll give you a better explanation of exactly what happened and how it happened. First of all, William was sitting under the bridge with his friend. This is where the bridge is located. He had an eerie feeling, or like something was watching him from across the bridge on the other side. So him and his friend decided to get up and walk down the road. They got up, they walked down the road and around the corner, and when they reached this house over here, he got that eerie feeling again, and that's when he saw the Bigfoot standing behind a tree. And at that point, they just took off down the road. The Bigfoot walked in front of the house, around behind the house, and back in the direction that it came from through this open field. William seemed to think that the purpose of these creatures and why they were here was because they were picking apples from this apple orchard. Now, that seems very reasonable to me, because if you look at this tree line here and that follows this creek bed, it leads up a hill and directly into the Blue Mountains, in a very large part of the Blue Mountains. 27,000 square miles of mountains that reaches from Idaho and Montana all the way down to Central Oregon to the Cascades, and from there straight down to California. So I find William's story very credible. He was very sincere about what he saw, and very emotional about it. And I find everything that happened in his story very feasible. So with that said, thanks for watching this report. We have more to come soon. And as always, like and subscribe. We're trying to build this channel a little bit so I can buy some more gas to get into the woods. Thanks for watching.